welcome to another painting tutorial. Today I'm going to teach you how to paint a ghost perch. It's a really nice and vibrant color. So it's painted on a blank 15 centimeters jerk bait from Lureblanks.eu. These have a more subtle rattle. If you just reel it in, which I prefer to do with this jerk bait, it has this really great S movement and also is flanking the whole time. So that makes the rattle like giving it a rhythmic tick, which really is appealing to pike. We're also gonna need stencils from Lureblanks.eu. Those are these. I hope you can see that. I use 2 layers, so it means I take 2 pieces and I put them on top of each other. Is to get more definition out of the stencil, or getting more definition on your lure. So yeah, let's get started. So we are going to start off with an opaque white, quick little base coat. Go. Now we're gonna take color white. So we're gonna give lure a glittery base coat. Nice pearlite base coat. It's gonna make the fluo orange we're gonna put on pop more in the end when we put the clear coat on, because all the fluorescent colors are transparent. So the pearl white base is gonna make them more pop. So now we're gonna take our fluorescent yellow. We're gonna do the sides and the head. Now we want to put on a thick layer of fluorescent or fluo yellow. Because if you only put on a light coat, it's not really gonna be that fluorescent. It's gonna be more like a very bright yellow, but we want it to pop out in the end. So that's why we're gonna put on a really thick coat. More is more in this case. It starts to look really bright. clean out the needle, clean out the airbrush. Now we're gonna take our fluorescent orange, for the belly of the lure. We also want a quite thick coat on the belly. That's one side. Now don't be afraid to do a little bit of an overlay of the orange onto the yellow. That's why I didn't heat set it yet. So we get a smooth transition. If we shoot this way downwards onto the gill plates, not entirely on the gill plates, but just a little, you'll see we get a little orange on the edges of the gill plates, which is a really nice feature. There we go. There we go. Now we got this. There we go. I'm going to heat set this for a moment. Gonna do it off camera. There we go. All nice and dry. Now it's time to put the stencil on. I'm using this stencil from Lureblanks. I use 2 pieces at once. It gives a nicer effect. It gives more, what do you call it? More texture. And I like more texture in this lure. Sometimes I only use 1 piece if I want less texture. But for me, this one can be very texturized. And we're gonna try to pull this as tight as possible. And at the same time we're trying not to scratch too much or paint away, which, if you ask me, is the most difficult part, not scratching the paint. I'm gonna do the head as well. Always double check if everything is in order. It looks fine. For me the head can stay a little bit blurry. Doesn't need to touch the head perfectly because we'll finish that up later. Oh, there we go. Ready to paint. Now we're going to spray on white. I use the Wicked White, and I thin it down. I want to use very thin coats on the lower air pressure, and it just sprays better when it's thinned down with a lower air pressure, with less air pressure. Test spray, looking good. I'm going to take less air pressure now. About 15 psi. Start with a dry, clean needle point. There we go. And I'm going to spray only to this side. So I fill in only the back of this stencil. It makes all these kind of little, I call them pockets, like all these little textures. I'm only gonna fill the back of every texture with white now, because I want to have like a scaly kind of pattern with some white shading in the back. That's why I will only paint from the front to the back. So now we're gonna use Wicked Black. Which for some reason is super thick when I use it. You can see that maybe on camera. See how thick that is? It's almost like pudding. You know, you can't spray pudding, so I'm gonna thin it down a little. Now we're going up to 20 psi again. There we go. Now we're gonna spray on the opposite side, going from back to front, because now we want to cover the other side of our pocket, but we want to leave some white out, so we get this white scaling effect on the end of every scale actually. So I take a little bit more pressure, and I'm gonna keep a little bit more distance now, and I'm going to do fast passes with my black. sure the needle is clean. As you can see, that scaling effect starts to develop. I do want more black on my head here. There we go. Once you're satisfied with the amount of black, we do the other side. That is looking pretty good. Still have some black in the chamber. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna heat set this. Now the the coat is all set, so we're gonna take off the clamps. This is my most favorite part in lure painting. Taking the stencils off. I love doing that. Alright, let's open it up. Oh yeah. That looks amazing. That is like, wow, yeah. That is awesome. That is really awesome. No more need for black detailing. Everything is perfect. Yeah. And we're gonna take some opaque white. Okay. There we go. Make sure you always start with a clean needle. go. Now just there we go. Some nice white striping on there. Let's see. I always put a dot in the middle. Then I know where my next stripe is, or my stripe on the other side. There we go. Now it's time for eyes. Gonna put some drops of glue in there. Don't need much. So we're gonna coat it with a lot of epoxy anyway. Nicely in the middle. There we go. A ghost perch. A really great color in both dark colored water, but even in clear waters on sunny days, this is an unbelievable color. I got really lots of fish just with this one. It's one of my favorite colors. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a lot, and don't forget to like and click on subscribe, because there will be a lot more tutorials coming up, a lot more painting, a lot more tips and tricks I will show you guys. And yeah, thank you for enjoying, and well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.